Not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come over for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diana's a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients. And the last time Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off CFAX, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines. I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
Got another achievement.
Simon and Eric arguing? No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing. And they get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
Why you have your fucking guitar with you? That's so confusing. And she has a coffee or a glass of water or something like that. That's normal, but she had two here. That's also a little bit strange. But why a guitar? Was she taken from? Was the police taken her when she had the guitar on herself? But yeah, that's confusing. Maybe not very important, but confusing. So for what I go. Okay. I go for okay, the credit, maybe the card itself. Or was I wrote credit wrong? Thought that's correctly, but I'm not sure. Like I was saying before, normally need a little bit help to be sure. Every letter.
He has a wallet, a huge silly thing, leather, real leather, I think. He packs it full of stuff, business cards, receipts, lottery tickets. Always carries it in his back pocket. I think that's why he's got a bad back. Offsets the discs. I haven't seen it, so he must have it on him. He always takes it out of his back pocket before, when he comes in, if he's in the house.
Might to go for the wallet later.
Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again? Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again?
Hey, what? I missed something here. Which card should she do? Just check the word out quickly.
He has a wallet, a huge silly
Wallet, okay. Why does the game just show me those I never was watching before, or can I open something? Still not sure what the game expect me to do. Just watching all of them or something like that. But no, the game doesn't show me that are actually not you ones here. So going for the rock here, or just what I'm doing. Oh, I did screenshot, that was not my intention here. Just the wrong button here. Okay.
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I guess the rock. You've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong.
Wasn't really helpful here.
No, no one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone summoned you from the rock.
Go for his visa, but I don't think so. That's very... Yeah, I thought so. So, I was searching for the watch before. I'll try the watch. Okay, gives me 3 new ones.
I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment. Just the two of us.
Okay, that wasn't actually my intention, but why not? I take it anyway.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once and I held Eve's head underwater. There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach and I held her head under and I kept it out. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown. But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up after. It was a love-hate relationship.
Who the fuck is Eve? And Eve is a female name? So she had a lesbian relationship, or is Eve also a possible man name? But I don't think she could easily ground a man by her own. She doesn't like looks that strong. But Eve is in my next search after I was looking at this clip here.
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
So cellar, what was the word I was searching before? So that was true. They killed him in the living. Obviously, they did it together. How they are related, I'm still not sure. Probably sisters, maybe twin sisters. That would make sense. So they give yeah, they look the same, but they sound sometimes a little bit different. So they killed him, and they thought they had an alibi, so they kept him wherever in the cellar. But why they had an alibi when they are obviously there to kill him? Or was it this way? They were twins, but no one knew that. I guess she was saying that before. She didn't knew, or her husband didn't knew she had a sister or possible twin sister. So she was going to Glasgow, and the other sister killed him, kept him in the... No, she killed him, then both, when she come back, put him in the cellar, and they thought she had an alibi, so she could find him later there. But why twice the statement with the falling asleep and blah blah? So I go for the twin sister. That seems to me makes more sense in the moment. But they killed him. That's obviously from the table. So that was after she was yeah, she couldn't lie anymore, I guess. Maybe they find some evidence. But they killed him for sure, and that was planned by both. I guess one was just killing him, but they planned that whatever. So the twin sister would make also sense if she has to hide and wear a wig to go out, so nobody would recognize her. Obviously they kept the secret that she had a twin sister, and she was obviously living in the same house. Little bit a strange constellation. I hope I get it right, but so far it makes sense for me. Yeah, I go for that, but I'm still not sure how I could give that to the game. So have I just watched all of the parts and then it's anyway good? Still sure of the goal from the whole thing. Could I let it open? Yeah, but in the background, so I'm gonna close that, I mean. So, now I forgot my Eve. It was not Eva, it was Eve, huh? Okay.
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes.
Obviously, if she thought about killing her, I thought it was maybe her sister, so one sister with the name Hannah and the other with Eve. Could it be possible? Yeah, not sure about that in the moment.
A police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
Yeah, very good friend. So I think that's a British girl, I get that now. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, she speaks British English, so but yeah, she could also be not so good in this language to know that like that.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Crazy! Damn it. Why is Eve important?
My mother called me Eve.
So it's the same woman, or so they have to be twin sisters, one Hannah, one Eve. That would make sense. But why, when she's talking of Hannah, then she couldn't be Eve the same time? Because when she talks about why Hannah makes her talking about Eve, then so confused. Did they just lie? Are they mentally ill? I am mentally ill, I don't know. Oh, this game gave me a headache here. So the problem is, yeah, I have to search something new. So those two are not that unimportant. Can I keep more than 5 here? Yes, I can. I'm gonna keep those here. Seems to be important. Problem is I can't remove her here a few, so that's kind of a... Is that the limitation of my... I don't know. So, logic database, okay. Going for Hannah, why not?
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead, but I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
So they are twin sisters, but raised separately, so nobody knew that they are twin sisters, and obviously that will all fit in my theory about she was killing Simon when the other one has an alibi in Glasgow. Even I'm not sure why they are living in the same house then and nobody knew about them, and why they killed Simon then, because yeah, strange. But it fits in, this one fits in my thoughts so far.
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place. She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was
shows you us searching for the word attic to be sure. Attic, that's right. Yeah. So obviously she was a small girl when she was hiding it, because she was playing with a she couldn't be that old, I guess. Okay, for new ones. Said you can't pick them here up, that'd be much easier. Yeah, 12 of course, but at least a few new ones.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
Okay. Maybe go for the dollhouse as well to search, but
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl.
So I'm gonna write it quickly down. Doll. I'm not sure about that, but maybe I could find some other videos if it. So we go to the next one here.
Yes. I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play out there and make up our own stories.
Even I think the dollhouse and the attic give me almost the same amount of videos.
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
So...
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
Rapunzel was mentioned before. I think they are start lying at the start of the investigation here. So she tried to explain the blonde hair, I guess, from the wig her probably twin sister was wearing sometimes to leave the house.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
Poor moth. So I don't think the dollhouse brings me here extra videos, maybe early ones, so going for it, but yeah, at least one video, why not?
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper, curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
Interesting.
Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question?
Why not? It's obviously, maybe I should. I hope twin and twins with an S, that the plural will be also be found, but
Are you out of your mind? Twins?
this creepy reflection here.
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
Going quickly for the Florence. Ah, okay.
Florence took me home with her. Happy for Florence.
Ah, I can also.
Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had took me home with her.
How did I that? Ah,
Florence
clicking
took me
in.
home with her.
Good to know that I didn't knew that. It's helpful, so I can skip watching the whole thing for one. So Florence was the woman who took her twin sister and said her mother she was dead, then raised her separately without the knowledge of the real birth mother, and then they met later, I guess.
There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
Hmm. Was she talking about her twin sister or somebody else? I'm gonna listen to that again.
There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their story. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana. Had a pride of place. Special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad.
She was talking about Diana itself. Okay, now I get it.